Like, this week isn't a bad matchup on paper, but like, I don't know how we're going to win. Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, and welcome to our Week 7 battle in FIPA, where this week we're up against Chris, coach of the Hannibal Hoots. Link to his draft league profile will be in the description down below. Definitely go check him out. He's a very good coach, and I know you're probably going to look at his record. If you do, go check him out. That's not a fair reflection on him, because he actually took over a team, because he went on, he stepped away from FIPA after last season and came back and took over a team that dropped halfway through the season. So his record doesn't really reflect. I actually think he's got a positive record since he's taken over this team. So that just goes to show the hole he picked up with the team he grabbed. So huge props to him for coming back in and filling the void there. But yeah, we faced him last season. If I recall, he smacked us. I can't remember. I do recall that we weren't exactly the easiest to schedule with him at the time. So glad that this time around it's been a lot more easier. But yeah, hopefully we can grab the win. I am a little bit uncertain how we're going to win this game. It's not like that we have a bad matchup. It's just like, it's just awkward. It's just an awkward matchup. I just don't really know what to do with certain things. So look, we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, we'll figure it out and we'll play it by ear. But yeah, his team, as you can see from here now, consists of Zygarde 50%, Jirachi, Mega Gardevoir, Tapu Bulu, Suicune, Accelgor, Hitmontop, Vikavolt, Alolan Persian, Articuno, and the Marini. So yeah, our opponent has definitely a few threats here. The Zygarde 50% is a known threat that we just got to be able to watch out for with the D-Dance and the coil set and all that kind of good stuff. He's got the Suicune, which can do the Crocoon Combine shenanigans. That's obviously going to be disgusting and a nuisance to deal with. He's got Jirachi, which can be an absolute nightmare no matter what. But thankfully we have the Misty Terrain to kind of stop any like power hacks and shenanigans. Mega Gardevoir can hit like a truck. He's got Webs and Vikavolt, so he's definitely got some options there. So we're going to have to kind of play around that and see how we get on. But yeah, I'll show you the team and hopefully it can do the work. First up, we have Slayer and Mega Medicham walking out with High Jump Kick, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Bulk Up this week. And I'm running max speed, max attack. The reason why I'm running max speed is because it needs to be tied with the Mega Gardevoir and the Jirachi, so that's the thing. And basically, HJK is going to be our main breaking move. I need to break through the Suicune. Unfortunately, Ice Punch is there for the Zygarde. Thunder Punch is there as a move that's able to hit Articuno, Marini, and the Suicune for super effective damage. That's the reason why I went for it. Fourth move, I decided to go Bulk Up. I figured we're going to force a switch in at some point, maybe into the Suicune, maybe into the Hitmontop. So I figured let's just try and let's just go for the Bulk Up so that we can actually get a +1 Mega Medicham, and that just becomes a very terrifying threat. Because he hasn't got too many Pokemon outside of the Alolan Persian and the Accelgor that want to outspeed me. So I figured let's go for that, and when we force a switch, we'll be able to get Medicham to really do a good bit more work for us. I figured there was next to no drawback with it, so let's just grab it and let's see if we can actually exploit that a little bit. Next up, we have Paladin and Area Slash rocking out the weakness policy again this week. I was really debating choice specs here, really was, but I went with the weakness policy after all. Let me just go through the EVs real quick. We have no speed to outspeed the Hitmontop. I'm again running mostly special attack with a mild nature, because I want to hit the Tapu Bulu on the special side, the Zygarde on the special side, the Suicune on the special side potentially, and that's basically what I want to be doing there. So I figured we'd go with the more special offense, because those are the Pokemon I want to be hitting, because Jirachi, Mega Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir are never going to come in on the Age Slash. So I kind of want to make sure that the Pokemon that are more likely to come in on us, that we're able to click the Shadow Ball and do the most damage. Moveset wise, I'm rocking out Shadow Ball, King Shield, Shadow Sneak, and Close Combat. Shadow Ball, main stab move, King Shield, so we can pivot in and out of forms, particularly when we're trying to figure out what Hitmontop wants to do with us. The Alolan Persian, you kind of catch my drift. Shadow Sneak is there to helpfully pick off the Jirachi, the Mega Gardevoir. Close Combat is there for the Alolan Persian. We don't need any investment in our attack to deal with the Alolan Persian without the weakness policy boost, so hopefully that will do the work. And I really do think we can get weakness policy off. I think we're going to be in a Mystical Fire from a Mega Gardevoir. We can eat that. We're going to be eating a EQ from Hitmontop potentially. We can potentially eat that. So I think we can definitely get the weakness policy off. So I'm hoping we can do that, and Age Slash can do a little bit of work. Next up, we have Morgan, our Tapu Fini, coming with us this week. Moveset wise, we're rocking out with Taunt, Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, and the Shadow Ball. I'm running this set because I want to shut down Suicune. Every time it comes in, we just bring in the Tapu Fini. with Taunt and Calm Mind, we should be able to just shut that down really quick. Draining Kiss there to get a reliable recovery off against the Zygarde, against the Suicune, against the Alolan Persian, against the Vikavolt, you name it, we should be able to deal damage there. And then Shadow Ball is going to be our other fourth move, so that we're able to hit the Jirachi for super effective damage, we're able to hit the Gardevoir for super effective damage. You kind of see where I'm coming with there. Like, any Pokemon that does that can deal with Draining Kiss, Shadow Ball is able to hit equally as hard. EV wise, I'm bringing enough Fizz Def to make sure that we are able to, that we are never 3-hit KO'd by Mega Gardevoir Psyshock, because that will obviously negate any Calm Mind boost we have. I have a touch of speed to make sure we're not speed crept, and then I have 56 in special attacks just so we can hit a little bit harder. Right, that half of the team was not too bad to make. The second half, I'm still not liking the prep, guys, and I'm about to go into this battle. But anyways, let me dive into it. We're rocking out with Beast Orlando T here with Sludge Wave, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and U-Turn as the moveset. I'm bringing no special attack to make sure we can one-hit KO a 252 HP Tapu Bulu with Sludge Wave. I have Rock Slide there for the Articuno. I have EQ. I unfortunately do not get high horsepower, but I have EQ for the Jirachi, and I have U-Turn as a pivoting move. And that's basically it. Like, we have no special attack to one-hit KO this Tapu Bulu with a Sludge Wave. The rest is in bulk and 12 in speed to make sure we do not get spec crept. And that's it. That's it. I'm not too sure how it's going to go, but we'll see. After that, I'm bringing Detonate, our Turtonator, with the leftovers this week. Fire Blast, Toxic, Draco Meteor, and Rapid Spin as the moveset. I do need some form of hazard removal because Excelgo can kind of come in and set up hazards. I'm not a big fan of that. So I definitely need some form of hazard remover. So that's the reason why I'm bringing the Turtonator. We are bringing enough we're bringing enough special defense so that Vikavolt and Suicune can never 4 KOs. It's always a 5-hit KO, so that means I'm able to kind of chip away at that, get a Toxic off against, say, the Suicune, get the Fire Blast off against the Vikavolt and beat that, you know, that kind of thing. I have enough speed to make sure that we're able to outspeed 0-speed Vikavolt. I then have just the rest, I just have the rest put into, I have 8 in defense to ensure that we do not get 2-hit KO'd by a triple axle adamant 252 attack from Hitmontop, and then the rest is a special attack to help us hit a little bit harder, and hopefully this will do the work. If this thing just gets a couple of Toxics off, that's fine. That's all I kind of really want from this thing, just get 1 or 2 Toxics off and just do the damage. And lastly, Nagato, our Greninja, is coming this week, and I'm bringing Choice Scarf this week, slightly different. I feel like I need an answer for Choice Scarf Jirachi and Choice Scarf and a +1 speed Zygarde, so I'm bringing the Choice Scarf Greninja this week. This also gives me a Pokemon that can kind of come in as a lead against the Selgor and just prevent that thing from Final Gambiting on me. So that's the reason why I'm also wanting to deal with this thing, because I have seen Chris bring the Final Gambit Selgor, so I don't want that to happen. Ice Beam, U-Turn, Spikes, and Dark Pulse is the moveset. Oh, I'm hoping to get a couple layers of Spikes off. U-Turn just to kind of pivot around. Ice Beam for the Zygarde, Dark Pulse for the Jirachi. That's basically it. It's just it's just a nice clean revenge killer for our team, and I'm hoping Greninja is able to do that. But yeah, guys, that's our team. Let's get up into the battle. Alright, you guys, here we are in the battle. As you can see, he has brought the Tapu Bulu, the Alolan Persian, the Gardevoir, the Zygarde, the Jirachi, and the Selgor. Which I'm delighted not to see Suicune, you guys. That was a big threat, and it didn't come. So, like, yeah, sweet, fantastic. Don't need to deal with it. The Alolan Persian is a little bit tricky. The Selgor, a little bit tricky. He generally likes to lead with the Selgor, so we'll see what happens. He has not bought, because he hasn't bought the Vikavolt or anything like that, our Turtonator is quite, if we don't really need that as much, provided once we get rid of the Selgor. The Galarian, the Mega Guard we have to watch out for, but we have Greninja that can kind of clean up here as the game goes on. Yeah, okay. I think we'll leave it at Greninja though, because if he leaves with the Selgor, I definitely want to get the U-turn off, and we figure go from there. Leaves with this Alolan Persian, right out of the gate. I don't really want to take a knockoff here from anybody, truth be told. Like maybe Medicham, but I could take a knockoff from the Aegislash, but it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt really, really badly. I'm just trying to look around. This Tapu Fini, I probably don't need this as much either. Looking around, I could definitely do with the Lando T for the Bulu. I definitely think we're U-turn here, as we get a little bit of chip off, and I think we got a U-turn out into Medicham. As we see, another U-turn. I'm okay with this because unless he goes out with, like, the only thing that outspeeds me is the Selgor, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I need to figure out what's the most redundant thing on my team here. Is it the Turtonator? Like, you can make an argument it is. Well, it could definitely deal with the Bulu a lot easier than Lando can. Lando can help me deal with the Jirachi a little bit, the Zygarde, the Grin. I definitely need the Greninja to help me revenge kill. In comes the Celeborn. I'm not a fan of that. I could go into Lando T. I could go on to Turtonator. I could go into my Tapu Fini even. I think we go into our Tapu Fini. As he just sets those spikes. Yeah, I just want to taunt this thing. He might go for a second layer of spikes. It goes on to Bulu instead. I'm okay with that. I'm just going to go for a taunt. And I'm going to go out into... He might just... See, if he hard pivots here... If he hard pivots... I'm just trying to think. If he hard pivots and predicts my Lando, he goes out into the Celeborn again, I think. Or goes out into the Zygarde. Neither of which are kind of good for me, truth be told. I could go into Aegislash. I could also stay in here and take a hit, but like, I ain't risking that, I don't think. If it goes down to Zygarde, worst case scenarios, it's -1, so I'm going to go into my Lando T. If it does indeed go down to the Zygarde, I'm okay with that. We just get this thing -1. I am just going to go for the U-turn. I want to see what he wants to do. Hopefully, we'll see what he wants. We'll see what happens. If we'd gone for the Draining Kiss there, that would have been bold, but I think it's just a little bit too early for that in a matchup. If we can get Greninja in here on a slow U-turn, then that's beautiful. Even if he's D-dance, because like, does he risk the attack? Then I don't know. He does indeed go out into his Bulu again. I'm okay with that. We are going to go back into. Part of me wouldn't mind going on to Medicham here and clicking a move. Another part of me is thinking we can go. I think we're going to our Turtonator. Honestly, I think we're going to Turtonator. Because I'm just going to get a little bit of recovery here all around. And I think we just go for the... It's a free Toxic here. On anything. Well, maybe not on the Gardevoir just yet. But I think we just go for the... I'm really tempted by... I think getting rid of these hazards is more important. So I'm just going to go for Rapid Spin on these spikes. As we see this thing come in. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Right. Now, if he goes for a move, it's not good. It's not good regardless. I could go into Fini here. I think I will. And see what he wants to do. Goes to the 1,000 arrows. That hits hard. That could be Choice Banded actually. That did 55%. Let me check. Yeah, that did in around banded damage, right? A little bit more, but it's in around banded damage. That is quite scary. Very, very scary, in fact. Who do you switch in here? I don't know if you switch in Jirachi or not. But because you got the 1,000 arrows, that's quite scary. I am just going to go for the Draining Kiss. In comes the Jirachi. I'm okay with that. You can't really do too much to me. I could taunt. He's not lefties, so there's that. He could U-turn here. If he U-turns, who does he go into? Does he go into Bulu or something like that? I wouldn't mind. Alright, let me have a think here. If he goes down to Bulu, I could go for I see another Draining Kiss is not bad. I could Calm Mind here as well. I'm gonna take the Shadow Ball here as he just goes for his Stealth Rocks. Okay. I still haven't seen a move here that I'm overly concerned about. I'm just gonna take the taunt. He might go U-turn here. If he's Choice Scarf, Stealth Rocks, that's interesting. But I'm just gonna go for the. Oh, he went for that. He went for that. Doom Desire. That is scary. Okay, that's like Future Sight, but for Jirachi, and it's ridiculously powerful. So something's going to have to take a hit here. I'm going to go onto my Aegislash here. This is quite scary. This is quite scary. So I'm going to go into my Aegislash here. I'm not a fan of that. And I'm just going to go for the King Shield. And we'll figure out what we want to do after that, I think. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll figure out what we want to do depending after this, because the Doom Desire is quite scary. He might pivot around. He's just going to go for Leech Seed. That's okay. At least we eat that. Leech Seed obviously sucked, but it is what it is. We had to do it. I actually do not want to come out here. Oh, I should have put the boots on Turtonator, to be honest. I should have put the boots on Turtonator, but I didn't. I'm going to go out into Lando here. I'm going to go into Lando. This is This is a tricky enough matchup. But if I can get Medicham in here. And we got a little bit of chip on the Jirachi, which is nice. Rocks being up isn't great though. And my remover is Turtonator, and I forgot I should have put boots instead of lefties on it. It is what it is. He actually does bring this thing in though. Brings in the cat instead. I'm okay with that. It's going to be like a slow U-turn on this thing, so I'm okay with just going for that. If he goes for the knockoff, then I can bring in, which he does, I can bring in Medicham and HJK. So I think we do that. Finally able to bring in our breaker here and do something. So let's just Mega Evolve. I could bulk up. How do I beat this Bulu? That's what I'm thinking, because Bulu is probably going to come in here. Ice Punch is a 2 KO, and yeah, High Jump Kick will put it in range. I think we just HJK here. I honestly think we just HJK, so I'm just going to do that. And let him figure out who does he want to go into here. I think that's what we do, because you can't really go, like obviously the knockoff is a little bit, I'll take the knockoff here on this Lando, to be honest. I'll take it, because it just gives me this thing in, and I can just High Jump Kick on something. I'll take that. We've also brought in this Tapu Fini and gone for a like Calm Mind with the Draining Case, but I don't think we're quite there just yet with our boot with the Bulu. Still don't know what's going on with guard, but we do have Greninja that can revenge kill. Greninja can definitely revenge kill a couple of things here at the moment. Like this thing's gonna be slowly getting within range, so that's good. In comes the Accelgor. I'm okay with that. Dead. Perfect. Don't have to do any more spikes. That's good. That's good. The rocks is obviously annoying, but at least, you know, Medicham, our 2 wall breakers resist rocks, so it's not too bad. But at least we got 1 Pokemon dead. Great stuff. That's going to force him into something here. Well, what that's going to be is another question. Yeah, I was thinking he was going to have to bring in this Mega Gardevoir. I am not comfortable just yet in dealing with it. Just yet. Now, I wouldn't mind not bringing the H-Slash here and instead bringing in Lando T. I don't think we need Lando T as much as we see the substitute. Ooh. Let me go for the Sludge Wave. As we see the Hyper Voice, that does kill. Unfortunately. That's unfortunate. I'm going to go into Aegislash. I'm going to click the Shadow Ball, and then that will break this sub, and then we should then be able to pick this thing off with the Shadow Snake. There's the weakness policy. Thank you. And that puts you down. And then I Shadow Snake here. This should break through this Mega Gardevoir. If it brings in the cat, that's the, oh, does he bring in the cat? Do I make that read? And then I'm going to make that read. I think he preserves this because he knows this thing can break through my team. I think he preserves this. So I'm going to go for the CC. And hope for the best, I think. I hope for the best. It's not good. This is tricky. But I think he goes into the Alolan Persian. I could... No, we have to make the read here. If he goes for the sub, that's fine. But we have to make the read that he's going into the Alolan Persian. I have to. That's just it. Like, we've no other option here other than that, unfortunately. And then, yeah, that's all we can do. That's all we can do. I have to make that read that he goes into the Alolan Persian and go from there. That's all we can do. He actually goes into Jirachi. I'll take that. No problem. And he goes into this thing. I'm just clicking the King Shield. At least we picked off that Jirachi. Very happy with that. The problem is with rocks, like, this thing isn't able to do too much, so it is what it is. But I am just gonna go into our shield form here, and I want to see what he wants to do. Goes for the foul play. He's -1 attack now. Still not going to do any good. I could go out into my Fini here, preserve this thing. If he U-turns, it goes out into the Bulu. That puts us back in around that roundabout again, which I'm not a big fan of. If I can just weaken that Bulu down a little bit more, that's the big thing. The Gardevoir, I probably need this thing alive just to Shadow Sneak that Gardevoir to put him in range of the Greninja. Do we bring in... Do I let this thing go down? I think I have to preserve it. I think we have to go into our Tapu Fini. And if he goes down to the Bulu here on the U-turn, that's fine. Goes for the foul play instead. I'm okay with that. I would love to taunt. He might want to He may want to do something different. But I'm going to taunt. Yeah, you turn into Bulu, please, so I can taunt you so you don't go for Leech Seed. That'd be marvelous. Thank you. That's all I want. That's all I want, because I do not want you Leech Seeding. I just don't want that anymore. No, thank you. Now I'm going to go into my... If you make that read into the Zygarde, that's crazy, but brave. I'm going to go into my Turtonator. As he please don't make that switch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted to see. I am going to go for a... Man, Toxic would be so sweet here. Toxic would be very neat. This thing is Choice Banded Zygarde, right? I do think I have to get rid of these rocks, because if I get rid of these rocks, I don't want to deal with it for the rest of the game. So I'm just going to get rid of them. We're just going to get rid of these. Thank you very much. Now, does my Turtonator... I think I need this thing around for Bulu. That's a fact, right? I need this thing around for Bulu. I need my Aegislash to be able to put that Gardevoir back within range and break through its sub at any time when it comes in. I need the Tapu... I think Tapu Fini is the only Pokemon that can kind of come in here on this thing. And if it does, we get smacked. If I can get the Mega Medicham in for free here, we do big work. Because I'm Ice Punching something and we kill it. Okay, I think we have to go into our Tapu Fini here. And we see what happens. See what happens. He goes to 1,000 hours again. 42%. It is banded damage here. It really is banded damage. I am just going to go for a Draining Kiss. Do we live? We do live. That's going to be nice damage. I'm okay with just letting this thing be worn down here. I'm just going to go for another Draining Kiss. If he picks me off, that's fine. Down goes the Tapu Fini. That's going to give me my Mega Medicham. And I am going to go for the... do I go Bulk Up here? It's not worth it. Ice Punch is just the move. It's not worth it because it could go for the... If he goes to the... If he goes to 1,000 arrows here, I'm within range of his E-Speed. So Ice Punch is just the play and we pick him off. If he goes out into the Gardevoir, okay, he goes out into Gardevoir. That's fine. But if I go for the Ice Punch, we're going to pick off something. Okay, so no matter what kind of comes in, what we hit here, I'm just going to click Ice Punch again and just knock this Alolan Persian out. And then we gotta play around that Zygarde. I know it's banded. That does do big damage there. Wasn't nice. But at least we pick off that Alolan Persian. Now, the rest of my team, that Bulu's just way too healthy. Just way too healthy. Way too healthy. So it's kind of scary that. If he goes into Zygarde here, does he go for the... If he goes for the E-Speed... Yeah, if he goes into Zygarde here, we go on to Grin. Well, I was about to say we go on to Grin and we just click Ice Punch. But because he went out to this Mega Gardevoir, different kettle of fish here. We do Speed Tie. So it's a little bit more interesting here. I can't risk... If he goes for the sub, then we're in trouble. Does my Greninja kill at this point? My Greninja does not kill at this point. Okay? Does not kill. I need more damage. Right, let's think about the end game here. I need Bulu down lower, but I have the Turtonator to deal with the Bulu. Zygarde gets OHKO by the Ice Beam. I need to get you down to like a quarter HP. If you knock me out here, I go into Aegislash. Aegislash just clicks the Shadow Sneak and gets you down to that quarter. Hopefully. But it should do. And yeah, I think we have to go for the... I think I have to go Ice Punch here and figure it out, so I'm going to do that. We actually outspeed. That's huge. Okay, we won that speed tie. That's huge. That's massive. So I can just go into my Greninja here, and I'm just going to click the Ice Beam. I don't need to click Spikes, U-turn, or anything like that. Anything of that ilk. Actually, I could click U-turn here. No, we just click Ice Beam. There we go. Just knock this thing out. Thank you very much. It probably has to bring in the Bulu here. Brings in the Bulu. Like, I could sack the Aegislash. I need to keep this thing around for the Zygarde. He does bring in the Bulu. I could sack the Aegislash here, because I've seen Hornleech, and bring in the Turtonator and click the Fire Blast. I think we need to bring in Turtonator in here now. So what happens is if he reads me bringing the Aegislash, he goes into the Zygarde. Or sorry, if he reads me going to the... Yeah, I think we have to bring in the Turtonator here, because I can't allow him just to go into Zygarde here on me just switching out, right? So if I go into the Turtonator here and he goes down to Zygarde, I can sack the Aegislash and bring in Greninja, and Greninja can get the 2 Ice Beams off. Because I need 2 Ice Beams to beat this Bulu. If I bring in the H slash and he just sacks that then and there, we're kind of screwed. So I can't really go for that. So I because then he has the Pokemon to pivot around me. So I'm going to go into my Turtonator here. If he goes in the Zygarde, I can then sack the sub. Okay, cool. I'm not overly worried about that because I have the Fire Blast and I know you can't touch me. So I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast. As we see the Leaf Seed, I'm okay with that. That's fine. You're going to get a little bit of Leaf Seed recovery, but I'm okay with that. I'm just clicking Fire Blast every single time here. Can we not miss? Can we just not miss, please? Thank you. This sub Bulu could be a little bit of a nuisance here, but we'll just go for another Fire Blast. He'll eventually lose the terrain here. That's what I'm waiting for, you guys. I want him to lose the terrain, and then we can kind of pivot around here a little bit. He's trying to figure out. He knows I can beat him with the Fire Blast, and he's going to lose his terrain. So he's trying to figure out when does he want to kind of come in here, because he can kind of come in here now and take the Fire Blast. He actually doesn't elect to do that, but he can kind of come in there at any point and just knock me out, essentially. The terrain, you see, isn't really helping him beat me. If he's going to go for I wouldn't mind clicking Rapid Spin here. I think I will click Rapid Spin just to outspeed him. I'm still slower, but what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click Rapid Spin again and get him to the point where I'm faster than this thing. Thank you. And if I get the +2, like that's fine by me. Like, you know, looks like we outspeed him now, which is a little bit more scary for him. But I'm just going to keep clicking Rapid Spin until I see his sub fade, because we don't quite know when our subs fade. And then when my sub fades, or his sub fades, I outspeed. I land a Toxic, and we're in better shape, I think. And I think that's what we're going to go for. He elects to go up for Zygarde this turn. I'm okay with that. I don't beat this Zygarde here, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. But can bring an Age Slash here to take. We'll go with the initial plan here. I think my set does beat his Bulus, because my Rapid Spin will just get Bulu to the point where I can beat it, and then I just need to Toxic him when I outspeed. So I just need to get 2 Rapid Spins up and then I outspeed him. I don't really care about outspeeding this Zygarde. I'm not going to drop the Draco on him here. It just makes no sense. I could drop a Toxic, but he's just like, we're not going to live 1,000 arrows here. Goes for the Outrage. That's fine. We're going to go out into my Greninja. I'm clicking Ice Beam here. He has to go out into it. He actually elects to keep the Bulu. He has to go for the Horn-Leech here. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. Do I want to? My Turtonator can beat this thing 1v1, right? So I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. He says in GG. I was like, it's not over yet. Oh, he just gave me the Leech Seed there, did he? I'm just going to go for another Ice Beam, as he does go for the Horn-Leech. Gets all the way back up to full. I'm okay with that. We're going to go right into Turtonator. He's got a little bit of damage there. He's going to go behind his sub. I'm just going to click the Rapid Spin because he's going to go behind his sub until I get to +2 speed. I'm going to put the Toxic on him then. There we go. That's fine. And then we'll just stall him out. That's the plan. There's the Horn-Leech. Go for another Rapid Spin. That's us a +2 speed. We now outspeed him. I kind of don't want to drop the. I kind of don't want to. Okay, he went for it there. He went for that again. Okay, that's cool. I kind of want him to break the sub here, and then me to go Toxic. That's all I want. I want to break the sub. I want Protect. That's disgusting, by the way. Just to let you know, that's a disgusting set. Just gotta go Rapid Spin here. We break through the sub. Please do not tell me you calc that. You did not calc that. I have to land Toxic here. I have to land a Toxic here. We land a Toxic. Beautiful. That's fine. That's all I want. You can do whatever you want. You can Protect. I think he goes for the sub. Fire Blast is just too much here. I'm just gonna go for the Rapid Spin. Get rid of these. Get rid of the Leech Seed. I am not subbing, he said. Hit me with the Fire Blast. No worries, man. I watch called Chris is just giving me kind of realize I haven't beaten you there with the toxic. Alright, no worries. No worries. GG, man. Fair and not too bad. We go for the fire blast. Knock this guy out. Brings him down to 10%. He's going to go for the Horny. Doesn't matter. And I think I realized once I got the toxic down, it was GG's. We get the win. 1-0 win. Look, it doesn't matter if you win by 6 or you win by 1. Getting that win is huge. That puts us up to 5-2. One more win, you guys, gets to the playoffs. Like, that's how. And this league is tough. 5 wins, like, because it's a 10-week season. 5-5, you'll be thereabouts. But 6 wins, definitely in playoffs. So if we can get one more win in our last 3 games, and we, we're going to be in a great position. We actually are in playoffs. No matter what, we will be in playoffs regardless of div. So I just want to grab that one more win, no matter what, and hopefully we will be there. But yeah, GG to our opponent. Awesome game, really, really tight. I am so glad I made, I was so struggling with the prep, but I made the 13 switch at the end. It did wonders. Thank God. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there today, folks. Make sure to check out my opponent's drafting profile links down in the description down below. If you haven't clicked the like button already, please do so. Click that sub button as well. Click that bell icon so you know when the videos are coming out. The merch is in the description down below. As always, go check that out if you feel the need to. And if you do, thank you so much for the support on the channel. And yeah, on that note, and the Twitch link is down there too, but I won't be streaming it back again until October, I think. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to get on up out of here. You guys let me know what you guys thought of the battle down in the comment section down below. And yeah, on that note, I'm going to get on up out of here finally. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.